This is Jacob Ball, Jacob's Ladder with Team Cardhoarder. This week I'm going to be doing another modern video for you. This week is the pre-release, so I'm not testing for any particular event, and the new set obviously is not out yet, so I'm just going to continue working on modern. This is a deck I've had in the bank for a while. I've tested it a few times, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. But it's pretty much a Gitrog Monster Seismic Assault combo deck. Which whenever you discard a land to Seismic Assaults, you get to draw a card when you have Gitrog Monster in play, so you can repeat cycle shocking them every single time, either wiping their board or just straight killing them if you have the appropriate tools. If you untap and just like cast Life from the Loam and just shoot them for a bunch with that, or you can do sort of the same thing with Molten Vortex. It's just another redundant effect, so you don't want to have too many of this card in your deck because it's not very powerful. And like when you're behind, it's pretty medium. But you know, there's also a Flame Jab that can pseudo do that as well. It's just an early play that can also combo with the monster as well. We also have just the full like Jun removal suite. We got Lightning Bolts, Terminates, and Decays. Instead of playing the targeted discard, we're actually opting for Raven's Crime just because of how well it works with Life from the Loam. And we also have some traverses to help find our Gitrog Monster. And we can also find our Dakmor Salvage, which lets us pretty much kill our opponent with Seismic Assaults and Gitrog. So basically throw a Dakmor Salvage at their face, and then we get a draw trigger, which will be our dredge of the Dakmor Salvage. So we'll just always put a land back in our hand. As long as they have less life total than we have ×2 cards in our deck, we can kill them with that. And they also have these Lilianas, which work pretty well. Yeah, but it's just obviously great. Liliana is a great card. You got a bunch of stuff you're actually like discarding, like extra Seismic Assaults, Life from the Loam. You can just dredge back. Raven's Crime retraces. Same for the Flame Jab, and you have a lot of redundant lands in your deck that you don't care about putting in your graveyard. And if you have Gitrog in play, obviously you get to draw a card, so it turns it even better. Mana base is pretty good for this deck. You just want to play a lot of fetches to combo with the monster as well. And then, well, the only other card we have is Edge of Autumn. It's pretty much the best Rampant Growth this deck can play. It really wants to cast Monster on turn 4. Notice there's no 4 drops in this entire deck. Just wants to skip that turn altogether. Edge of Autumn allows you to do that, but also in the later turns where they're pretty bad, like Rampant Growth effect, this card can cycle, which if you have Monster in play, you'll actually get to draw 2 cards. And it allows you to like play your Dakmor Salvage as a land drop if it's your only land, and you can sacrifice it so you can get put in your graveyard and start comboing them. But that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the sideboard, and then we got just some more pretty much hate pieces, additional discards and Thoughtseize, some artifact hate and 2 Ancient Grudge, Anchor the Gods to help fight Dredge and other small creature decks. Like Zoo and that kind of thing. Pulse just for our catch-all answer. A Painful Truths just to help fight through a bunch of discard or control decks. A Shriek Maw to act as another like terminate effect, but we can actually tutor this with Traverse. So there's a few cards that this deck plays just to do that. One Thrag Tusk for life gain, obvious reasons. Borderlands Jund as well. Finks as well, more life gain for burn. And some Fulminators to fight some of the Tron and Scapeshift kind of decks. So that's pretty much it. We'll get to the games.